Welcome to Facts, Fiction and Faraway Lands, your Friday ticket to wonder, words and the wide world. Have you ever opened the dustbin and seen a bunch of flies buzzing happily around the wet waste? Yuck! But to them, it's not yucky at all. It's a feast. Here's why. Houseflies are strange creatures. They don't have tongues like us. Instead, they taste with their feet. That's right. The moment a fly lands on something, its feet can tell if it's delicious. So when they walk all over your leftover food, vegetable peels and rotten fruit, they're actually deciding if it's tasty enough to eat. Now comes the next bit. Flies can't chew food. So how do they eat? They spit out a special chemical into the waste. These chemicals break down the solid food into soupy liquid. Then, using their straw-like mouths, they slurp up the waste juice like a smoothie. Ew. But fascinating, right? And it gets even more interesting. Flies also love wet waste because it's the perfect place to lay their eggs. They want their babies, tiny little white maggots, to have soft and mushy food to grow strong. So they choose wet, rotting waste as their baby's first meal. Want one more fact that's gross and amazing at the same time? A housefly poops every 4 to 5 minutes. That's a lot of buzzing and bathroom breaks. So wherever a fly goes, it may leave behind some germs too. So be very careful of what you eat, and certainly with food that has had visitors. The Peepal Tree. Long ago, Shiva and Uma lived on Mount Kailash. Seeing the beauty they had blessed the earth with, seasons, rivers, forests, they decided to visit their children, the people of the world. Their first stop was a king. Standing in his balcony, the king sighed, wishing he had more land to feel truly happy. Next, they met a maiden with a pot of milk, dreaming of marrying a handsome neighbor. She wished life would bring her that happiness. They passed a merchant on the horseback, successful but discontent. He wished for more money and businesses in more cities. They saw a dog, well cared for, but tied up. It longed to run free and play with other dogs. Nearby, a cat who had just caught a mouse moaned, wishing life could be easier. Then came a mouse, grinning about sneaking into a wedding for a feast. Yet, it wished it could eat in peace every day without fear. Finally, Shiva and Uma met a spindly little tree. It sighed, wishing it could grow big and strong to provide shade, homes for birds, and comfort for passers-by. It didn't want riches, only to serve others. Uma, moved by everyone's desires, wanted to grant all their wishes. Shiva gently said, "Think it through." But Uma insisted. Shiva said, "Tathastu, may it be so." Years passed. Curious, they returned. The king was still sad. Now he longed for the land on the other side. The maiden had married her handsome neighbor, but now wished for wealth instead. The merchant had 5 stores but wanted more profit. The dog, now free, was starving and sick on the streets. The cat was fat and miserable. The mouse had been eaten by a cat. But the little tree, it had grown beautifully. Birds nested in its branches, squirrels played in its trunk, and people gathered under its shade to laugh, talk, and rest. They called it the God's tree, blessed and sacred. No one dared cut it. Shiva smiled. All those who asked selfishly remained unhappy. Only the tree who wished to give received fulfillment. When your wish is for others' joy, life blesses you in return. This week, we fly to the Czech Republic in Europe. The capital of Czech Republic is Prague. Can you spot this country on the map? Now, the fun fact. Have you ever seen a puppet that dances when someone pulls its strings? That's a marionette. Marionettes are special puppets controlled by strings from above. They can walk, bow, spin, and even wave hello, all with the gentle tug of their strings. In the Czech Republic, marionettes are a big part of the country's culture. For hundreds of years, Czech artists have carved wooden puppets with amazing costumes and lifelike expressions. Puppet shows were once the only kind of theatre in small villages, bringing magical stories and funny characters to life. You can still see these shows today in Prague and other towns. They often feature kings and queens, clowns and dragons, and sometimes even clever little moles. So the next time you see a puppet on strings, you will know you have met a marionette, the dancing stars of Czech storytelling. Long ago, about 40,000 years back, humans didn't have pens, paper, or cameras. But they still found a way to express their thoughts by painting on cave walls. These amazing artworks are known as cave paintings or rock paintings. Cave paintings were often made deep inside caves, possibly by wise elders or shamans of the tribe. They drew wild animals like bison, deer, and horses, and even tracings of human hands. Some pictures were full of meaning, while others were mysterious patterns. And guess what? They didn't have a lot of colors, just 3: red, black, and yellow. They used things from nature: red from iron oxide, black from manganese oxide, yellow from clay or yellow ochre. Their brushes? Not fancy ones, just sharpened stones or fingers. These cave paintings are more than just art. They are the first signs of imagination and storytelling. They show how early humans were already thinking, feeling, and creating. So next time you draw or paint, remember you're continuing a tradition that began deep inside a cave thousands of years ago. The word of the week is dumbfounded. This is a long word, so stay with me while I spell DUMBFOUNDED. When you're dumbfounded, you're so shocked or surprised that you can't speak. Your mouth might drop open, your eyes go wide, but no words come out. Now picture this. You walk into class expecting a test, but instead your teacher says, "Today we are having a pizza party instead." And you just stand there, silent, frozen. Your brain says, "What just happened?" Your mouth says, "Nothing." You're dumbfounded. Here's how you can use it. I was dumbfounded when I saw a cat riding a bicycle. A little tip. Whenever hear or see something so surprising that it leaves you speechless, just whisper to yourself, "I am dumbfounded." That wraps up another magical stop in facts, fiction, and faraway lands. Until next time, keep wondering. If you loved today's journey, don't forget to tap like, hit subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. Let's spread the magic of learning. Bye, Story Explorers. See you.